Welcome to Tress Talk with Gerdie, your weekly dose of hair, wellness, and faith. In this week's installment, I'm going to actually review and re-air a video, a tutorial I did back in 2020 when we were on the shutdown. And I used none other than my daughter, Renee, who was my model. And the reason was because I get a lot of questions on how to go about styling children's hair. And so we want to be mindful of the child's scalp, their actual hair, the skin, and we don't want to do anything to cause unnecessary harm, much more so than traction alopecia, but just not being so rough. Want to take even extra care when styling your children's hair. And so this was a video that I did, like I said, when we were shut down, and it did really well. And so I thought that since our last episode, we were going over how you can style very thick textured hair, to follow up with a specific video that will walk you through how to style your children's hair. Take a look. The majority of you overwhelmingly have been asking for natural hair styling. And so today I'm going to do a tutorial, and I actually have a client to do it on. I'm going to do it on a live person. I'm so excited. So we're going to call our model. She's going to come now to the stage, and welcome Renee Gordon. Yay! So with Renee, she is unrelaxed. Wave to everybody, Renee.
Hi.
Let me put your towel on. And I'm going to go over caring for your natural hair after you shampoo it. And so let's get started. As you can see, I'm using just a regular shopping bag I happen to have at home. I didn't have a conditioning cap. After I shampooed and conditioned her, we towel dried her hair, and she's been patiently waiting for this moment. It's not been long, and so her hair, she just has leave-in conditioner in it. She has a full head of beautiful natural hair. Renee's hair is rather soft, and all she has in it right now, I put in a cream-based leave-in conditioner. You can use a spray, a more of a liquid leave-in conditioner, or you can use a cream-based. This is a spray that I use. I've been using it for years. I like it. It's Design Essentials HCO. Not only is it a leave-in conditioner, but it's also a blow-dry lotion. So if you are gonna do a blow-dry and then to press your hair out, definitely I would go with your liquid leave-in conditioner. If you're looking to work with your natural hair and you're gonna do a different textured style, I recommend, and I like to use a cream leave-in, and I'm going to use the Dudley's PCA Moisture Retainer, and that's what I applied to her hair after I shampooed it, I conditioned it, and I applied the leave-in conditioner to all her hair. In addition to your leave-in conditioner, I'll go over what tools you're going to need. You definitely want detangling combs. There's different types of detangling combs. Depending on how thick or how long or how much hair you have. This is a bone detangling comb. It's real, as you can see, it's really wide tooth combs, and it's long to be able to accommodate really long hair. This one is a hard rubber. This is a plastic detangling comb. These are both for if your hair is really long, you can get really tangled, and you have a lot of hair that's very voluminous, you can use your larger ones. If you have shorter hair, you can use, or finer hair, you can use a smaller detangling comb. I also have one of my favorites. It's the Felicia Underwood detangling brush. What I love about this brush is that the bristles are not stuck together. So with being able to have the spaces, you're able to detangle through, and it has some give so that it won't hurt the hair. You want to have a spray water bottle. I forgot to get a spray water bottle from the salon, so I'm using a foam bottle. So there's water in here, but this top makes it come out as foam.
but that's fine. It'll still serve the purpose on being able to keep the hair moisturized. Make sure you have your clips. You have your butterfly clips. You have your duckbill clips. These are also duckbill clips. They're one of my favorites from YS Park. Really, really good. Say for instance, you don't have your butterfly clips, but you have a lot of hair. You can use your smaller clips, but you use them opposite each other, and it's really going to secure the hair really, really well. So you have your detangling combs, you have your detangling brush, you have your clips, you have your water. The hair already has its leave-in conditioner in it. Not done yet. So you have what's called rat tail combs to be able to use the tail of the comb to do your parting and to go through when you do your styling. The next thing to your advantage, especially doing it at home, is to work with sections. So I'm going to use a larger one just to be able to do larger parts. And you want to make sure, I did detangle it while she had the conditioner in it, and she has leave-in conditioner that I already applied in it. A lot of times people, us and professionals included, will take product, will run it through the hands, and then the majority of the product goes where? Right here. You just focus on what you're seeing. So you have a ton of product build up here, and you do not have enough for the rest of the hair. I always say emulsify, get it through your hands, and then you can start kind of like squeezing the hair to get it throughout. That's all around. You have to open the hair to make sure you're getting it all the way through. So I still have a substantial amount of product in my hands, so I'm going to open and just squeeze. Open and pat it in. So as you can see, the product is still there. It's just on the hair. It's not in the hair yet. In the back, I'm opening it again and squeezing it in, making sure I'm opening it and squeezing it in. Open, squeeze it in. So now I have it throughout all of her hair there. So now I'm not going to go through and try to detangle everything. I'm just going to part it and clip it away and focus on one particular section. So I'm just using my fingers to separate it, being very gentle, especially if you're tender-headed or your child is tender-headed. Renee is tender-headed, so any little thing I do, she's like, ow, ow, ow. But those of you who know me know that I'm not rough at all on the hair, because I don't like my hair being handled roughly. So I'm just taking the hair. It feels great. I mean, you can't feel it, but trust me, it feels great. The leave-in conditioner is all in it, and I'm tucking it away, making sure that her ends are still tucked under. Our ends tend to be more porous and they tend to dry faster. So even with you separating the hair, make sure that you twist it and the ends are tucked under so that they can maintain the moisture until you get to that section. Right? So then you're left with one section. If I feel like as I'm working it starts to get a little dry, by all means, your spray bottle is your friend. Use your water. That's your great moisturizer. Use the water and resaturate that hair. So now I'm going to take a smaller detangling comb and make sure I comb from the ends to the roots. You don't want to start here and start hacking at your hair. You're going to pop the hair. You're going to do unnecessary breakage to the hair. So I'm going to take the detangling comb and detangle it gently, but with intent to detangle from the ends to the roots. Her hair is still moist. It still has the leave-in, and as you can see, going right through. So as you can see, I'm doing it, and you see, number one, how much shrinkage she has, but two, detangling it, the hair is very soft. Her hair is still wet. Mommy, it's not soaking wet, but it's wet. And as you can see, I parted her hair into 4, but I'm taking smaller sections, what's called subsections, within the 4 sections. But today, I'm going to style her with her hair just as is. With it shampooed, conditioned, the leave-in conditioner has been combed through. Now I'm going to use what's called a styling product to be able to style it for it to to stay and to have some memory. I'm going to do maybe something here because you know she's a child, to be able to have something nice here, and then the rest of it I'm going to 2-strand twist it, let it dry overnight, and then take it out in the morning for her style. You do have the option of allowing, once the style that I do now, to leave it in like that. You can leave it like that for a week or so and then maybe take it out for her to wear it. So now I'm going to take the top out so I can start parting it to do her actual style. For this style, all I need is the wider tooth rat tail comb. I'm going to use the Bronner Brothers Mango Butter. It's a curl enhancer. So what that does is it's going to enhance her natural curl. Remember, with the fact that I'm going to twist it, I'm going to manipulate her hair, so it's going to give her a manipulated curl effect as well. Once again, Mango Butter, black owned and operated for the past 73 years. Ooh, ooh, shout out, BB. And then I'm going to set it.
Thank you, Auntie Monique.
What did she say?
She said I was so beautiful.
Oh, okay. So I'm just going to do a part here. And this is a style you can do it for kids, and you can also modify it for yourself. I'll go over what the modification can be for an adult. You can get really beautiful results with just the simplest of manipulations with the hair. I just did this parting. Hope you can see. And now I'm going to just use the top of her nose to show me, not to make her laugh, but I'm gonna use the top of her nose and use it as a gauge so I can have a middle part. And as you can see, the hair is still moist and still soft, and we have the maximum elongation, right?
Like a bee.
Mm-hmm. So I use the middle of her nose to be able to do a middle part. Bada bing, bada boom. So now, with actually styling the hair, you can do one of two things. Depending on how you feel, you could either apply the styling product to it now, which is what I'm going to do because it's a cream product. So I'm going to apply it and I'm going to blend it into her hair. If it was a liquid product, I could twist it and then spray the styling product afterward. But because it's a cream product, I'm going to apply it and then twist her hair. For application purposes, I'm going to use the smaller tooth comb, and I'm going to make sure I get it in the hair. It's cold, sorry baby. Get it in the hair, especially with natural hair. A lot of times you're not getting the results you want because you're not properly distributing the product through the hair. You have to work the product in and use your fingers to get it, make sure you get it in. Using my fingers to get it through.
Do this again. Feel good.
So now I've gotten it all the way through the hair. I'm going to do a 2-strand twist.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a braid.
I mean, you could do a braid also. I just am choosing to do a twist. Using my fingers to separate the hair to keep it from being tangled. Hopefully you can see. Put your head down, baby. Good. Not too far down. Use your fingers to separate the hair all the way through, because remember, as you're twisting it, it's going to tangle if you don't use your hands to go all the way through. You're twisting it, you're using your fingers to part through the hair as you're twisting it, and you're holding your hand at the base of the head so that the twist can stay on the scalp. Put your head up for me a bit. And then once you get to the end of that section, you just are following through, twisting. And as you can see, I'm twisting and I'm pulling it as I'm twisting. I'm not pulling her hair hard or jerking it back, but I'm still maximizing the elongation and making sure that the product gets through. Because I'm going to keep these two twists as her anchor style, I'm going to put a rubber band at the base because even when it dries, these two twists are going to stay, and then the rest of the hair, when it dries, I'll separate it to fall and to frame the face nicely. Okay, so Renee wants some electric blue rubber bands. You want to make sure your rubber bands are the plastic that is hair friendly, not your classic rubber bands, because those pop the hair. I'm going to part it and do individual 2-strand twists. Now parting. You can do partings one of a few ways. You can, I'm definitely going to just do a horizontal parting, but within the twist itself, when you're doing the twist, you can choose to do actual boxes. You can do boxes. You can do triangles where it's triangles that are upright with the point up top, and you can do the inverted triangle next to it. And or you can do scoops, like scoop semicircle partings. The difference with them is that if you do your box partings, the hair will be the most spread apart. So if you're going to do that, I only recommend you do that, the box partings, if you're going to end up taking the hair out anyway for fullness. If you plan on leaving the twist in, I would recommend going with either the round semicircle partings or the triangles. So let me just demonstrate turn. What I mean by that are, so these are the triangles. That's one, and then going upward. So that's what I mean by the triangles. There's one going up, one going, it's an inverted triangle, so on and so forth. Or if you want to do the scoops, the semicircle scoops. Doing that, sorry, you see the scoop, you can do that. So when you do the triangles or the semicircles, that's if you're going to leave the 2-strand twist in, and the hair will fall and it'll minimize the amount of scalp you see. So if you're going to leave the twist in, then I would recommend those two. If you're just twisting it as a set and you plan on taking your twist out, then you can do the boxes. So as you can see, I've detangled her, I've gotten the product in, and still, because the hair is curly, the hair is going to tend to always revert. You'll find that it looks like it's getting tangled again. It's not. So don't feel that your hair is so tangly and you can't. It's just doing what it's naturally going to do. The hair is growing out in a curl, so it's going to naturally want to curl around itself. It doesn't mean that your hair is like, oh, it's so tangly. Just being able to manipulate. Why it's important to make sure you get the product in it. Nice. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to do the part. Some people will go and as they do their parting, and it's actually a style, I just say to be very careful. Some people will actually put a rubber band at the root here, just so it can have that pull. I just say be very careful with that. I'm not a fan for a couple of reasons. Even if you are using the hair rubber bands, remember if you're doing this style while the hair is wet, remember Renee's hair, I have not blow dried it, it's still wet. The products I'm using is keeping it moist. So when the hair is wet, it's already elongated. You can end up popping the hair, especially around the hairline. So you want to be careful not to do that. The name of the game is being very delicate.
Especially if you're tender.
Especially if you're a tender head. Not tender-headed, a tender head. Okay. So just going through. Once again, I'm using my fingers and I'm still manipulating the product in the hair. When you get to the ends, you want to wrap it around your finger. You see that? Wrap it around your finger. Keep going to seal your ends. Look at that.
Mommy, look, it's really stretchy.
Cool. I already put the product in, so I'm going to go and just part. I'm going to go up. And you don't have to do it this small. I'm just doing it for around the front. I'm doing it. When I get to the back, they're going to be bigger.
Do you think it's enough to go to around the neck?
No, it's too short. Okay. So once again, hold your head. Can you see me? Good. Taking it, use your fingers. She has the product. The hair is nice and moist and it's stretched out. I'm not blocking the light. And you're twisting. And I don't know if you can see how shiny the hair is. And that's just with the product. And if you can see that the product has started to disappear into the hair, to answer your question on with this product.
Mommy,
I'm pulling it all the way through, making sure that it stays. Once again, at the ends, I'm making sure to wrap it around my hand. Boom. I'm not going to do this one because I need to take from the back section. So I'm just going to put that aside and go to this section. So the next one I'm going to go, it's going to be at the base of her anchor twist I did. Your head up, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I'm using the tail of this comb to part. I'm not using this comb to detangle. Ooh, sorry.
This part of my head is like really tiny.
Parted it. Clip it away. And get the product. From the bottom, get it through the top. And I'm gonna take some, put in my hands.
The product really smells good.
Great. Rub it through my hands, get it through the hair. So this is a larger section, so you see I'm going to open it up and make sure I get it through. Hold your head still, baby. Making sure I got it all the way through. So again, as you can see, the key is in the manipulation. The key is in making sure you get it, you get in the product, you have full product all the way through, Renee. So now, I did this triangle going here, so you can either follow that line to do a parting like this, or you can use that to be your point of a base for another one. I don't want to have such small amount of hair for her, so I'm going to go the other way. But you can determine how your pattern looks also. So you see, it's even though it's going to be 4 triangles, once I do the other one, it'll look like it'll be a diamond in the middle.
That's cool.
Hopefully I didn't confuse anybody, but you'll see when it's done. Making sure I got it, getting it through.
It's gonna look like a diamond.
Yeah, when you have 4 done. Now the direction I'm twisting in, it really depends. You can do them all going in the same direction, or you can alternate by rows, or you can alternate each other side by side. So you can do a row going this, twisting this way, a row twisting that way, a row twisting that way, or within the row you can go twist this way and the next one that way. The more you do the alternating, the fuller effect you're going to get, as opposed to if you do everything going in the same direction. If you do choose to have everything going in the same direction, it will still be full. It's fine. But doing it going opposites allows for you to be able to have the kissing curls, and it gives you a fuller effect.
Ew.
I do either or.
Kissing? The kissing party?
Yeah. Once again, at the end, make sure you wrap it to seal that twist.
How much twisting are you doing?
They're going to be very much bigger in the back. I'm just doing this here for demonstration purposes. All right. So that's going to fall there. What does that comment say? I can't see.
Nothing. It's the same comment.
Oh, okay. Can you see? I hope you can see.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
So once again, I'm making sure, even though I'm going faster, I'm taking my hand and making sure I'm pulling it through. I'm elongating and making sure that the hair isn't tangling in the twist. While I'm twisting it, the hair is not getting tangled. Still have the product all the way through.
Mommy.
I get to the ends and I'm wrapping.
I know you don't let me do this, but it's part of the game because I'm bored. So I have to
This
try to
one, I have
separate
enough
them.
here to do my triangle. Okay. What time is it, Lily?
I can't see.
Hold on.
It's not
What
this
time is it? Okay, so I'm going to do one more because I can't believe it's already been an hour. And then I love this. Okay, so now as you can see with the triangle parts, how if it was all boxes, it would be more spread apart. See, the hair is elongated. I'm going to let it air dry, and there's not going to be any product. The hair will be nice and soft. I'll be sure to record it and show it. I thank you and I appreciate you for watching and for joining me on this journey. Please, if you have any questions, text, email, call, whichever. I appreciate all of you and I thank you for joining. Say bye, Renee.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, hit okay. So here is it done. As you can see, some of them have not, it hasn't fully absorbed yet. But once it does absorb, it will not be white anymore. Those are the last few ones I did. So remember, I did it while she was wet. So you see how it's shrunk. Turn, Renee. So if you don't want to have this shrinkage, you can blow it out and then twist it. And then I'm going to let it air dry, but in a couple of days you shall see the end result when I take it out.